So the Ghislaine Maxwell case is on a pause right now due to, we're told, a scheduling conflict by the judge over here. Okay, interesting. Never seen a federal case do that. But of course, in the Ghislaine Maxwell case, it seems like all the rules are just a little bit different than they are for everybody else. So the case doesn't start up again until Thursday, at which point the defense is going to begin their side of things. And we know that the federal prosecutors have already ended their case. They have rested. They did not call any of the major names from the Epstein Black Book. They did not call any of the names from Ghislaine Maxwell's Little Black Book. In fact, there was an agreement between the federal prosecutors and Ghislaine Maxwell's defense team to not make available to the public any of the names from Ghislaine Maxwell's Little Black Book. But of course, totally normal. Well, court papers reveal that the Britain's defense, she is British, of course, Ghislaine Maxwell, may call up to 35 witnesses in her New York sex trafficking trial. However, she is unlikely to testify herself. Now, it makes sense she's not going to testify herself because if she did, you know what those prosecutors are going to do. Because even though this group of prosecutors is inexperienced, completely inept, and is being run by the hand-picked successor of James Comey, his own daughter, who's going to be there leading the prosecution, we know what's really going on here. This is not an investigation. This is a cleanup operation. It's a cover-up. They want to put her away. Epstein's already off the table, and then they don't want to ever talk about this again. That's why we're not getting that information. The lawyers are saying that those 35 witnesses are going to be heard in just 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 days for 35 people, that's more than 10 a day. Right? Obviously. So how much time are we actually going to get with one of these witnesses? Remember, when we went through the Rittenhouse case, you would have witnesses that would go multiple days, right? One witness, you'd have the direct questioning, then the cross, then a redirect. You would go again and again and again with these same witnesses over and over. So the real question remains, what is actually going on here? Why are we not hearing some of this stuff? So one witness, actually a victim of Epstein, who did not come up and testify, is the sister of Annie Farmer. Now, Annie Farmer did testify on Friday, and of course, we hold her as a hero because she is someone who decided that she doesn't want to be a victim anymore, that she is going to come forward and reclaim her status, take her voice back, take her power back, and we absolutely do uphold her for doing that. Now, her sister, Maria Farmer, who was also a victim of Epstein and Maxwell, has been doing a lot of media over the past few years, has been doing a lot of media. So we're going to listen to something that she said just recently, a couple of years ago, about this situation and some of the things that she saw, specifically Ghislaine Maxwell being involved in. Take a listen.
Did you see young women coming into the house?
Yes, I saw many.
All day long?
All day long. I saw Ghislaine going to get the women. She went to places like Central Park. I was with her a couple times in the car. She would say, "Stop the car," and she would dash out and get a child.
What did she say she was doing when she did this?
Getting Victoria's Secret models.
Farmer found Epstein's behavior mysterious.
One day I said to Jeffrey, "What goes on in this house? Like, why are you always upstairs?" And he said, "I'll show you." And so he took me up there in the elevator, and he showed me all of Ghislaine's quarters.
She had her own suite in the house.
Oh, she had a whole floor.
Ultimately, Farmer says Epstein led her to his bathroom.
And there was a marble, altar thing over here. And he said that's where he gets his massages.
Epstein told her the whole house was wired with pinhole cameras and took her into the media room where they were monitored.
I looked on the cameras and I saw toilet, bed, toilet, bed. I'm like, I am never going to use the restroom here, and I'm never going to sleep here.
Was there videotape?
Oh, yeah, it was all video all the time, yeah. And I asked him one time, "What do you do with this?" And he said, "I keep it. I keep everything in my safe."
So the question on everyone's mind, was Ghislaine Maxwell, as Sansone put it, was she they basically said Epstein is the spider and she is the web. So she spun the web, trapped the girls, recruited the girls, brought them in, and then Epstein was the spider. So the question is, will the defense team with these 35 witnesses be able to show that she herself was some kind of victim? Of course, that's probably going to be their narrative in this, that she was also a victim, that she was potentially being blackmailed by Epstein, that she should be looked at the same as any of these other girls in this situation. Time will tell. But honestly, I've said this before and I've said it again. The real question for the American people, for the public of the entire Western world, what was going on in those black books, who is on the 20,000 images that were recovered and then archived away somewhere deep within the recesses of the FBI. Will we ever know?
This is Charlie Kirk, founder and CEO of Turning Point USA. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Turning Point USA.